I'm Ben Meiselas from the MeidasTouch Network. One of the things I love about hosting Political Beatdown with Michael Cohen is that we get the scoops exclusively. We're the first to break the news, and you hear it directly from Michael Cohen. So the other day, Michael Cohen just got back from his 19th visit with the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. And so one of the questions I asked Michael Cohen is, are indictments imminent, right? Are indictments imminent against Donald Trump and potentially others in a new criminal case that would be brought by Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg? And by the way, for those who have been watching the MeidasTouch Network, although my opinion was perhaps not all that popular, you know that I predicted that Alvin Bragg would be the first district attorney to indict Donald Trump criminally individually. I still stand by that prediction, even if it's an unpopular prediction, but that's what the data reflects. Here, watch this exchange I had with Michael Cohen. It's incredible. Play the clip.
I literally just got back. I mean, not more than 15, 20 minutes ago from the DA's office. Wow. It was my 19th appearance that was there. One of the things as this case now is moving forward that I agreed is that up until potential grand jury and indictments, they would prefer that I kind of stay dark, not discuss it because, and as much as, again, I would love to share everything with each and every one of you, one of the things I don't want to do is to provide defense counsel any opportunities, any benefits in advance of knowing what it is that they're actually looking at, what they're talking to me about, and what's happening in the case. Other than I will turn around and I'll throw out a little bit of a dangle here, just to turn around and to let you know that many people, myself included, and you had all heard me, whether it was on the Beatdown or whether it was on my Mea Culpa podcast, you heard I've been somewhat critical of Alvin Bragg post the Mark Pomerantz Carrie Dunn resignation a year ago. The more that I sit with this crew, with this team that's working now under Alvin Bragg, the more I am actually as impressed with their level of knowledge, their level of the law, and the way in which that they're posing questions for understanding and potential prosecution, the more I'm impressed with them as an overall group. And one of the things that a lot of people don't seem to fully understand is just how dangerous that Donald Trump and his sycophantic followers truly are. The fact that they have figured out how to manipulate the justice system for their benefit. Now, when I say manipulate the justice system, I'm not talking about ad infinitum, forever. I'm talking about for a limited period of time to frustrate. And one of the big problems is we've seen throughout, literally since the Biden administration has taken over, is that there has been no accountability to Donald Trump or his true inner circle. The outsiders have managed to be held accountable, especially you see in the January 6th insurrection. But the real heads of the family, so to speak, have not been. And I think a lot of this is now beginning to change, not just in Alvin Bragg's case. We have the Tish James, our unsinkable attorney general here in New York. That case is moving forward. You may have also seen that they posted a motion whereby they're asking, I believe it's Judge Engeron, to delay the March 20th beginning of the voir dire for a jury. That I don't believe is going to go anywhere. We have to wait to see how that happens. But basically, they want to delay for 6 months. And when asked why, the only answer that they can give is, well, we're just not really ready yet. Well, question becomes, well, what the fuck have all of you been doing for the course of the last, 2 years? I don't think that that's really a valid response to give to a judge. So I don't believe that case is going to get delayed. One of the things that I talk about all the time is why is it that Trump likes to delay all of this? Well, especially now that he has tasted what political power can do for you. Political power in this sense could potentially give Donald an out, a get out of jail free card, if by some chance that not only does he become the Republican nominee, but he manages to become the, hard to believe, the 47th president of the United States, to become president again. Then it becomes very difficult within which to indict and prosecute a sitting president, as of course the Bill Barr memo had previously stated. So I ask all of you, my brigaders, to please, give me a little slack, a little latitude on this, and I will not, I promise you, I will not disappoint.
Again, I love hosting the political beatdown with Michael Cohen. I mean, he says everything as candidly, as transparently as he can, given the fact that there is an ongoing criminal investigation with a grand jury. We know that Hope Hicks has already met with the Manhattan District Attorney. We know that Kellyanne Conway has met with the district attorney. We know that about 5 individuals very close to Trump's orbit have testified before the grand jury. And if you want to know my personal prediction of when I think Alvin Bragg will criminally indict Donald Trump, I think you will see a criminal indictment by Alvin Bragg in the month of May, possibly June. I think you'll see it in the month of May, a criminal indictment directly against Trump. The crime Trump will be charged with is a felony where Trump would serve, I think, around 3 to 4 years in Rikers Island if he is convicted for the investigation that's being pursued by Alvin Bragg, which, remember, is the hush money payments that were made to Stormy Daniels and the misclassification of business records, that those payments were legal reimbursements when in fact they were hush money, bribe money, basically. And when you add on top of it a campaign finance violation, that's what actually makes that crime a felony. When Alvin Bragg pursues that case, as I think he's going to, it doesn't waive any other case that Alvin Bragg can bring. There's that broader case of fraudulent valuations that Letitia James, the New York Attorney General, has filed a civil lawsuit, which would basically shut down that's not a criminal case, what New York Attorney General Letitia James, it's a civil case, but its implications are massive. In many ways, even potentially more massive than some types of criminal cases, in the sense that it would have injunctive relief to shut down the Trump organization from ever doing business in New York for at least a significant period of time. And the damages being sought are at least $250 million that Trump would have to pay. It would likely get into the billions. And in that case, Donald Trump has already invoked his Fifth Amendment rights against self-incrimination, which for purposes of civil case is an adverse inference, meaning that a jury can infer based on Trump invoking his Fifth Amendment that he is liable for the questions that he is being asked, that the reason he doesn't want to answer those questions is that you can infer that he is responsible or liable for the conduct that he's trying to conceal by invoking the Fifth Amendment in a civil case. That doesn't exist in the criminal case. You can't have adverse inferences when someone invokes their Fifth Amendment in criminal, but you can for civil. So we'll keep you posted, but big news from Michael Cohen.
Our blue wall stopped the red wave and election deniers got denied election. That's why we're celebrating with the new Democracy Prevails team. We've got lots of work to do, but we should all be proud that when democracy was tested, democracy prevailed. You've earned this. Don't wait. Get yours right now at store.meidastouch.com. That's store.meidastouch.com.